And last week, we took an in-depth look at the issue of child abuse and neglect in Wood County. This week, we focus on the role child advocacy centers play in these cases. Focusing solely on the child advocacy centers are the forefront in working with children and their families, stepping into the mix and becoming the glue that connects all the agencies together. Of the 22 CACs in West Virginia, North Star is the largest, serving 5 counties, and it's headquartered right here in Parkersburg. Right now, we look at North Star's unique role in these child crime cases.
A child speaks the truth. That's what they do. They don't know any better. And we give them the platform, the opportunity, the understanding to do it. And we don't put words in their mouth. And I think that's the biggest misconception.
According to the Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention, child advocacy centers coordinate the investigation, treatment, and prosecution of child abuse cases. They're a safe place for children to tell their story once. Before CACs, a child would have to retell their story multiple times and possibly re-traumatize themselves.
The child gets to come here to a building that's safe, it's bright, it's colorful, it's trauma sensitive, and everything's about them. And they can just come to one place instead of having to go to multiple places and tell their story over and over and over again, which can re-traumatize them. And that's what we want to avoid doing, is we want to make sure that from the moment they step in this door, we're helping them heal from this point forward. And they can't do that if they're having to relive it over and over again.
Without a CAC, the process could look like this. A child could tell their teacher at school, then CPS and law enforcement, maybe an emergency room nurse, and then again possibly on the witness stand. There are 22 child advocacy centers in West Virginia, the largest being North Star Child Advocacy Center. It serves 5 counties: Wood, Wirt, Ritchie, Pleasants, and Calhoun. North Star has many different services they offer to the child and their family.
Some mental health services, any kind of therapy. The medical that we offer here is, there's only 3 other centers in the state that offer in-house medical. There are hospital-based centers which have their own pediatric doctors assigned to their center, and that operates totally different than what we are.
North Star isn't a walk-in facility. For a case to go to them, it needs to come from CPS or law enforcement and be in the investigative phase, according to Greg Collins. He says it's important for the interviewers to be neutral and non-biased. They have different ways of achieving this.
We purposely keep the forensic interviewer from finding out too much about this child's family and this child's life, because we don't want them biased when you're questioning.
Abby Pfeiffer, a forensic interviewer with North Star, explained her process when interviewing a child.
First, I'm trying to put myself in their shoes. How are they feeling about being here? I'm trying to put myself in their parents' shoes because I'm a parent myself. So I want to treat these kids how I would want another adult to treat my child if they were in the same situation.
Having professional forensic interviewers is important because they know how to talk to kids in the right way, leading to more information being disclosed, according to Woodyard.
North Star is also set up aesthetically for the kids. Instead of bringing them into a police facility, they're in more of an atmosphere that makes them more comfortable. We're finding out that we're getting a lot more information out of the children doing that than the old way we did it.
While the forensic interviewer is in here with the child, the rest of the team is on the other side of this two-way mirror. While on this side of the mirror, the rest of the team is watching and listening to see where the investigation will go.
Our interviews are as good as the investigators on the other side of the wall who are watching this and paying attention and go, I'm picking up on something. Let's go back and cover this in a different way and we're not investigators. Our staff's not investigators. We need your expertise. That's where the team that protects these kids in our valley is so crucial, because it's really a meeting of the minds around one purpose, and it's that child.
Now that we have a better understanding of what CACs are, next week we see how the departments work together during the interviews and what sets CACs apart from the other agencies.